Hello, good morning, students. Today we are going to learn in this video 10th class Social Studies Nationalism in India. This is part 8. In this video we are going to learn about the last topic, integration of princely states into India. And if we go to the topic, integration of princely states, we discussed it already in the previous classes. India comprised of 562 native princely states. We have to see actually what is the meaning of native princely state. British announced freedom on 1947 August 14th midnight. Up to that date, there were two types of places in our India. One type of areas ruled by the British representatives, and the second type of areas were ruled by the Indian kings, queens, the village officials, landlords, and the other representatives. Which areas were ruled by British government? For those areas, freedom was announced. It means still the areas which are under the control of Indian representatives, Indian kings, Indian queens were not given freedom. That's why after getting freedom, Gandhiji conducted a meeting with our first Home Minister, Vallabhai Patel. Vallabhai Patel was given a challenge by Gandhiji. And Gandhiji talked with Vallabhai Patel. Patelji, we got freedom, and there were some important challenges in front of our Indian leaders. Among those, the important goal was integration of princely states into India. Without integration of princely states into India, and it is difficult to rule the entire Indian people. However, the Gandhiji's request was taken by Vallabhai Patel, and he had taken the challenge of integrating all the native princely states into India. And India on the whole comprised, I told you, 562 native princely states. And among those, if we briefly pointed out where the location of princely states of India, we have to see Jammu and Kashmir, Hyderabad, Junagadh, Travancore, and Goa, Diu, Daman. Suppose we have to see some British representatives ruling areas, and the remaining are Indian kings ruling areas. And by conducting a meeting with all these 562 native princely state kings or queens, Vallabhai Patel told just two things clearly. And the first thing was, he talked with them, my dear Indian kings and queens of native princely states, listen the words carefully. If you amalgamate your native princely state into the Indian Union, your native princely state regions also become a part of Indian Union, so that your area is also as a part of India, and your area people also automatically Indian citizens. And when your area, your native princely state join in the India, automatically Indian citizens are given what type of benefits and which type of rights, which facilities that are applicable to the native princely state people also. Suppose the second option, if you not accepted to join your native princely states into India, into Indian Union, in this second decision, suppose you have to take, you have to get ready for facing the negative results also. What are the negative results? Vallabhbhai Patel told, when the native princely state leaders are not accepting to join their places into India, number one, the native princely states in our India, their area, in the size and in their strength, army and economical strength, political strength, all these are very, very little. If you are not joining in India, suppose this information is passing to the other countries, any neighboring country or any other country in the world may attack on your native princely state. In that time, Patel told, in that time, India is not going to give any military help to your native princely state. So that your native princely state is becoming a colony of the other country, which country is going to attack on you. Otherwise, if you accept for joining in our Indian Union by your, if you join in your area in our Indian Union, the benefit is what? Indian government will send its army in order to fight against if any other country wanted to attack on you. So by joining in the Indian Union, you are given respect, you are given security, and you are given a separate identity along with Indians. Which you want? Vallabhbhai Patel asked. And by taking this serious decision, some native princely states, they asked a doubt on Vallabhbhai Patel, sir, though we are ready to join our areas into Indian Union, up to now we lived and we lead luxurious life, we lived as a king or queen in this region. Suppose we are joining our area and next in future, how can we live? Patel answered, no need about the life of the kings or queens who donated their area, who handed over their areas to Indian Union. Suppose who are giving their areas into Indian Union, and for those kings we have to give pensions, also called as privy purse, and a lump sum amount is going to be received by those kings or queens from the Indian government. With this pension, these kings or queens or any other leaders who are the rulers of native princely states may live without any problem. Even Indian government also continues giving pension in the every year, and it is giving even security and support to the native princely states. After explaining in this way, proper manner by our Vallabhbhai Patel, who was the first Home Minister, all the native princely state leaders accepted to join their places into Indian Union except three. If you see, what were the three did not accept to join in the Indian Union. These three native princely states were, one was Jammu and Kashmir, one was Hyderabad, and one was Junagadh. Jammu and Kashmir, the native princely state, was ruled by Hari Singh, and Hyderabad was ruled by Mir Usman Ali Khan. Usman Ali Khan, and Junagadh was ruled by Muhammad Mohabbat Khan. Muhammad Mohabbat Khan. So Hyderabad was ruled by Mir Usman Ali Khan. Mir Usman Ali Khan. And Junagadh was ruled by Muhammad Mohabbat Khan. Whereas Kashmir was ruled by Hari Singh. And I told you, through the police action, Hyderabad was joined as a part of India. It was how possible? Because Hyderabad is located in the middle of our India. Without Hyderabad, it is difficult to rule India as a single administrative unit. That's why, suppose Junagadh also rejected to join, Kashmiri leaders also do not accept to join in India, it might have not a severe problem. Because up to that areas we can draw a border and we can rule our India. But definitely Hyderabad issue is different from Junagadh and Jammu and Kashmir. That's why Vallabhbhai Patel negotiated with Hyderabad Nawab Mir Usman Ali Khan. But Usman Ali Khan did not accept, though many times Vallabhbhai Patel requested to join Hyderabad into Indian Union. That's why it was an inevitable condition for Vallabhbhai Patel to announce war on Hyderabad. That's why Indian Army waged war on Hyderabad. As a result, Indian Army one side and Hyderabad Mir Usman Ali Khan soldiers one side waged a war. And in this war, easily our Indian Army defeated the Hyderabadi soldiers. And ultimately, Mir Usman Ali Khan, along with his leaders, he was surrendered to our Indian government. And ultimately, Hyderabad was joined as an integral part of India. And by this experience, Junagadh leader Muhammad Mohabbat Khan also joined the Junagadh region into our Indian Union. The rest one is Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir was ruled by Hari Singh. And Hari Singh in the beginning did not accept to join his Jammu and Kashmir as an integral part of India. And by this rejection of Hari Singh's, Pakistan taken the rejection of Hari Singh as an advantage, and they came forward and they encouraged the soldiers, Pakistani occupants, into the Kashmir. So Pakistani leaders occupied some part of Jammu and Kashmir. Then the Hari Singh came to realize, and then he gave an official letter to our India that he is accepting to join Jammu and Kashmir into India. And by taking the letter, our Indian government immediately sent the Indian Army to occupy the Kashmir and make it also as an integral part of India. But meanwhile, some days passed on. When this process is to be come into the implementation, meanwhile in this gap Pakistan leaders occupied some part of Kashmir. We called it as POK, Pak occupied Kashmir. And afterwards, below the POK, we draw a line called LOC, line of control. And up to the line of control area, Indian government draw a border, and from that letter which was given by Hari Singh to our Indian government, from that receiving of the letter on that date onwards, Kashmir is also an integral part of India. So in this way, not only these three, in the year of 1956 Pondicherry, 61 Goa, in this way number of areas also joined in the Indian Union. And in this way, after immediately getting the freedom also in our India, number of problems faced by our Indian government, and Luckily, all those problems were successfully solved by India, and now we are seeing all the native princely states amalgamated a vast Indian Union. So, this is the last part in this nationalism in India lesson. This is part 8. And in our next video, we are going to learn the remaining lessons. Thank you for watching.